Hello, Metofopa. Welcome to my channel today. I want to share with you my recipe for making toolo beef, which is also known as salted beef, a delicacy used in Ghana to flavor our dishes. It's just so easy to make, but there are some few tricks that I use to make it so flavorsome. So first of all, I use lamb breast. The lamb breast has a lot of fatty tissues mixed with some bones and meat as well, and this is the perfect meat you need for toolo beef. So to start off, you can choose to cut it into pieces, or you can choose to salt it as a whole and then cut it once it is done, but I prefer to cut it into pieces, into smaller chunks, sizable for your cooking needs. This is home cooking, so I prefer to have it in different kinds of sizes, small, big, so that when you're using it, you choose which one you want to flavor your dish. So here I cut them up into smaller chunks or smaller cubes, different sizes, no need to be precise. And you see how the layers of fat and meat and bones are combined? That is exactly what you need. So after cutting it up, I add salt. This is sea salt. This is proper sea salt. Fortunately for me, I got this from Ghana. There are some shops here in the UK who sell the sea salt. So you add a lot of sea salt to cover the beef, or in actual fact, this is lamb that I'm using. And traditionally, the salt is the only thing that's added, and some food coloring. But I've gone ahead to add a bit of Aftrad Village Kitchen's 7-spice blend. It contains a lot of earthy spices, which are really, really tasty and really good for meat seasoning. And then I've also added some fresh rosemary. Fresh rosemary has a lot of preservative properties, and aside that too, it will add a lot of flavor to the lamb. Lamb and rosemary pairs very well. Plus the 7-spice blend, which contains wintia, which calabash nutmeg, which is widiaba, and black pepper, and all those lovely spices, aniseed, are just great for meat seasoning. So you know that this toolo beef, shall I say toolo lamb, but we'll call it toolo beef, will be so flavorful and will work really well when you use it in your dishes. So once it is all combined, it's just salt, the 7-spice blend, the rosemary. I just put everything in a see-through container. So I use my glass storage containers. The reason being that you want to be able to see the water which drains out of the meat. So the salt is added to the beef to preserve it by draining all the water in the beef, so that there's less moisture in the beef. So traditionally, this was a way to preserve meat and also to make it flavorsome. So it gives us this umami flavors in our food. So I also added a bit more rosemary just to top it off, and to add a bit more extra flavor. Nobody has died from having extra flavor, so why not add extra flavor? There's no measurements to it. You just need to make sure you have enough salt to help cover the beef. So you keep this on your counter somewhere so that you can see the water which has drained out of the meat. So I had this on my counter, and every single day, it took about 2 to 3 days, I would see that the water had drained to the bottom of the bowl. And then it was, as soon as you see a lot of water, you need to drain it off. Otherwise, your beef or meat will become rotten. So you need to drain off the water every time. And you can do this for about 5 to 7 days until you see no water being drained out of the meat. and then you know it is well preserved and it's proper tolo beef. When that happens to you, see that the color of the meat changes to dark brown. That is why the market women in Ghana would add a bit of food coloring to keep the pinkish color of the tolo beef. But you know, it is not necessary to add that food coloring when you are making it homemade. All right, it's still flavorsome and it's still very, very good. So this is after 7 days. I kind of fermented it for 7 days, and look how it looks nice and dry. You can see the different layers of the fat and the meat, and it was just, the smell was just amazing. So I needed to keep this for longer storage, and you can go ahead and put it in a Ziploc bag in small chunks or in a big chunk. It doesn't really freeze into block, so you can put all of it in one big bag and put it in your freezer, and when you take it out, it's just so easy because all that water has drained out of your meat, so it doesn't freeze and stick together, so you're okay to put everything in a bag. All right, so here is your tolo beef, and to say that I got all of this mash from just a 5 pounds worth lamb breast, this is such a bargain. Very little effort, very little ingredients, and look at the amount that I have for my flavoursome dishes. So yes, my dear friend Medofupa, my loved one, if you are here and you're watching this and you have enjoyed what I have shared with you, please give me a thumbs up. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, and most importantly, don't forget to share with your family and friends and even enemies. You know, let's be nice to everybody. Share this video with them, call them to come and be part of this Aftrad Village Kitchen tribe, and then we'll cook some delicious meals with this tolo beef. Medofupa, look out for my tolo beef flavored jollof rice. See you soon.